And welcome back, everyone, for divisional round of the 2016 NFL season. Last week, all four of the home teams won. They all won against the spread as well. This week features four games that are rematches of games played earlier in the year. Here are my picks. The first game we're going to look at has the Seattle Seahawks going to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 5-point favorites at home, and the number in that game is 51.5. Now, Seattle seems to get a little bit lucky with the officiating, and I'm only saying that because it happened last week. It happened in the game that they played earlier in the year. If you remember, Julio Jones was interfered with by Richard Sherman, and it helped the Seahawks win that game 26-24. No, I'm not a Seahawks hater. I like the way they play on both sides of the ball. I think this will be a very close game, actually. Matt Ryan, I believe, is only 1-5 in the postseason. Ironically, it came against these Seattle Seahawks. I think this will be a close game, a high-scoring game. I'm going to predict the score, Atlanta 30, Seattle 27. So take Atlanta straight up, Seattle against the spread, and take over the total of 51.5. The second game has the Houston Texans going to New England, where the Patriots are 15-point favorites at home, and the total in that game is 44.5. Last week, Houston had two things in their favor. They were at home, where they're very good, and they were playing against a rookie quarterback making his first ever start on the road in a playoff game. Easy win for them. Now they have to go to New England, and they have to face off against maybe one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Tom Brady. Ironically, New England had their rookie quarterback playing in the game that they played earlier in the year. Again, New England dominated, winning 27-0 at home. I think this is going to be more of the same. I'm going to predict the score in this game to be New England 38 and Houston 0. So take New England straight up, take the Patriots against the spread, and take under the 44.5. The third game has the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Kansas City, where the Chiefs are 1.5-point favorites at home, and the total in that game is 44. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has a remarkable record, something like 16-2 after a bye. So the extra preparation time is certainly an advantage to Kansas City. The game is being played in Kansas City, unlike the first game this year that was played in Pittsburgh, a game that the Steelers dominated, winning 43-14. Obviously, the Steelers have a lot of talent on offense, starting with Big Ben at quarterback, Le'Veon Bell, the running back, and Antonio Brown, the wide receiver, are as good of a combination as there is. The Chiefs can counter, though, with Travis Kelce, the tight end, who's playing at a Gronk level right now, and Tyreek Hill is very dangerous. I think this is going to be a pretty good high-scoring game, relatively high-scoring game. Let's predict the score of this game to be Kansas City 26 and Pittsburgh 23. So take the Kansas City Chiefs straight up, take Kansas City against the spread, and take the over 44. Okay, next game. And our fourth and final game has Green Bay Packers going to Dallas, where the Cowboys are 4.5-point favorites at home, and the total in that game is 52. This game is going to feature Dallas's run attack versus Green Bay's pass attack. Now, it should be noted that the Packers are 8th best in the NFL at stopping the run, while the Cowboys are only 26th stopping the pass. So what Dallas does really well on offense, Green Bay can counter it defensively. And what Green Bay does really well on offense, Dallas can't really counter that defensively. I realize that the Cowboys had their way with the Packers in the game earlier this year. They beat them 30-16. That game was in Green Bay as well. I don't think Aaron Rodgers had a very good game. Entering that game, for example, he had 10 touchdown passes to 0 interceptions. And in that game, he had an interception. I think the Packers actually had 4 giveaways. And I don't think that will happen in this game. I don't think anyone can stop Aaron Rodgers right now. He's just playing at a phenomenal rate. I think they're going to win this game. I'm predicting the score to be Green Bay 33 and Dallas 26. So take Green Bay straight up, take the Packers against the spread, and take the over 52. Good luck. Here's my 6-game, 6-point teaser play. We'll take 6 games, either the total or the number, and we'll tease at 6 points. We'll start off with Seattle. We'll tease them up 6 points and make the Seahawks plus 11 dogs, taking Seattle there. We'll tease New England down 6, and we'll make them only 9-point favorites. We'll do the same thing with Kansas City, taking them down and actually making them 4.5-point dogs. And the Green Bay game, we'll tease that up and take Green Bay plus 10.5. And 2 totals, we'll tease them down. The Seattle-Atlanta game, we'll tease that down to 45.5 and take the over. And we'll do the same thing in the Pittsburgh-Kansas City game. We'll tease that down and take over 38. $25 bet will get us $175. And for my Let's Take the Man's Money parlay play, we'll take Seattle plus 5, New England minus 15. We'll take that over 51.5 in the Seattle-Atlanta game. We'll take the over 44 in the Pittsburgh-Kansas City game. We'll take Kansas City on the money line. I realize they're only 1.5-point favorites, but they can still win and not cover. So usually I'm greedy. In this case, I'm not going to be greedy. Let's just take them on the money line, and we'll also take Green Bay on the money line. Bit of a risk there, but I think they're going to win. A $25 bet will get us $1,673.69. Good luck. Here's a quick update in the Geonose Awards for Prognosticator of the Year. Not too much movement from last week. In the straight-up pool, Jayhawk Jet continues to lead with 168, followed by Bridgewater's Finest at 167. Tied for third are Andrew Warren 520 and West Coast Martin, each with 165. In the Against the Spread pool, TP Professional continues to lead with 136, followed by Jayhawk Jet at 135 and Bridgewater's Finest at 134. Okay, those are my picks for this week. Good luck to you. Don't forget to join us on Facebook. Our page keeps growing week by week. Lots of great prognosticators posting their videos and their picks there. So check it out. I'll leave the link below. All right. For the Geonose YouTube channel, I am Geo. Let's take the man's money.